is Myra Elaine from the Buying Space Channel, and I had a loud bird that was sounding off in the backyard, and it was weird. As soon as I hit that live button, that making noise. It's like it knew. Like, oh, you're not gonna steal my watch hours. I actually had a family member. It was so funny. They were like, they didn't want me posting their picture on my Facebook page. I mean, I've done that my whole life. I've always loved photographs. And I've been the person in the family that had the photographs and shared them on the internet and this and that. But now all of a sudden, every individual person's worried about their watch hours and their views on their Facebook page or wherever. And it's kind of funny now. And this person was older than me. I was just like, okay, yeah. I don't want to steal. I don't want to bogart your pictures. I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous, isn't it? But it is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I see I got 2 likes. It's wonderful. Anyway, it's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm not wearing a green. I am wearing a teal. I may put on some orange pants with my teal. A lot of people know this anymore, but St. Patrick's Day is kind of a Catholic holiday, and the Protestants used to wear orange on St. Patrick's Day, and that's where all the pinching started. You wore orange, or you didn't wear green, you got pinched. I guess teal will pass as green because I got a teal shirt on. But anyway, I participated in an exchange of green things. And here is my envelope of green things. I don't know if you'll watch last week or week before when I was going through my ephemera from Cindy Loves Jewelry and Paper Arts. Let me see, I got to open it from this side. Let me just get the scissors. Because the address of my partner that I changed green things with is on the other side. So let's see. Whoops. Okay, give me a moment here. Guess I'm going to have to cut it down the middle unless I want to show the other side. Make sure I'm not cutting into any green things. Whoops. There's something interesting there. I hate cutting through the clover, but, you know. The most inefficient way to cut open an envelope. But the envelope is packed, so, oh, that looks nice. Thing is, I'm not a crafter. I just shoved a bunch of green things into an envelope for her. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is gorgeous. Lucky. So she made a card. Oh, look at this. I guess I can put on this anything I want. So I could give this St. Patrick's Day card to someone. Oh, nice. And here is like a St. Patrick's Day napkin. Oh, it's a clover. Look at that. How nice that is. I love that. Now, see, let me give my partner's first name. Oh, it's not on there. Okay. It doesn't, well, it does matter. But thank you. I have to go back and find the email. And this is Happy St. Patrick's Day. And this is kind of an assemblage of St. Patrick's Day stuff. This is from one of those old Rolodex cards. Here we go. From Sharon R. I won't say the last name. Cindy's Green Things Swap. And wishing you luck and love this St. Patrick's Day. How sweet. Thank you so much, Sharon. I've been in chat with Sharon for years, and this is the first time I've ever had a friend mail or an exchange with her. Oh, look at this. That's absolutely beautiful. And some more clovers. And look at this metallic clover. Oh, I love this. And this says, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." And there's, I think that's a 17 on there. Can you all make that out? That's a 17. So today on my radar, I have bingo, of course. I always love bingo. Let me go ahead and fill out this card. I think I'm going to put this clover. Does this have a peel back? No, I need glue with this. This will peel off. This is a sticker. So I'm going to go ahead and put this sticker on here. But I've got bingo tonight. And then after bingo, there are more than several auctions going on. Mia from Crazy May Stash is going to be on. And also, oh, who else is it? Angie's Oddities might be on tonight. And Stephanie from the Groves Bargain Emporium is having an auction tonight. Oh, no, I'm forgetting someone. Let's see. Okay. This is stuck on there, so I'm just going to put, oh, that's the card thing that she sent. So let me find a pen. Here we go. I know there has to be a pen over here. Oh, look, it's green. Well, it's teal, isn't it? Oh, that's so funny. My kingdom for a pen. There's a mechanical pencil. Did I give all the pens away? I probably gave all the pens away. Oh, this is funny. I'll have to fill this out later because I don't feel like I should use teal on green. Good morning, Landshark Picker. Wake up. It's St. Patrick's Day. I'm opening my Green Things envelope from the exchange from Cindy Loves Jewelry and Paper Arts. Yay. So, and I can't find a pen to fill out the card. So, oh, here we go. Here we have some pens. Oh, I love this pen. I sent Tim Windsor, one of my most loyal watchers, a pen like this. And look, it looks like a pen. Now wake up, Craig. Wake up, because you got to see. Whoop. Well, if I could get it open. I did a short with these. This came from Debbie and Max Go Thrifting. And I needed this just a few minutes ago. Because look, it's got a little sword inside. Craig, wake up. On guard. Lightsaber. Anyway, I needed this a few minutes ago to open my letter, but, I wasn't able to. So, I'm going to open up this beautiful card that Sharon sent me, and I'm going to put, Dearest Marty, happy St. Patrick's Day. Love you to the, oh no, it stopped writing. Well, to stopped writing. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? It's like the curse of the pens. Maybe this silly pen will work. Yes. The pens around here are just... Oh, now this won't work. It's the Monday curse of the pens. Oh, the purple's going to write. Well, at least come down to the moon and back. Mom. There we go. I guess I'll write over everything in purple, like it was all planned. Goodness, what a Monday morning. Thank you again, Sharon. Okay, I'll have to write over this twice, even though it's also in purple, to keep the same style. Okay. Wow, that was an event. So those won't write anymore. See, I have another pen over here, and it's a sillier pen than that pen. So here we go. So I guess I don't know if this takes refills, if either one of these take refills. It may be that they were just in the cup that long, not used. So I'll play with them a little bit later. So here are all the green things. I need a big envelope to put this in, not the same envelope it came in. So I will look for an envelope later. So also what I'm going to do this morning, and it seems to be popular, is I'm going to do an enveloping. And this envelope is a bingo prize. Some of you might recognize this that go to bingo and have won, or have bought things from Johnny, New England Cajun Roots Reseller. He and Mark, for Mark and Michael, Tool Guys Vintage and Resell, have bingo every single solitary Monday. Mark and Johnny, that's Robert. He doesn't do bingo, but both of them do auctions. Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell was at their auction last night, and we had a lot of fun. So this is a bingo prize that I won. So let me make sure that I'm not cutting into the prize. Yeah, I think I am. So put the blade inside here and do this enveloping. And speaking of which, I'm doing an unboxing today at 3:30 from Mark and Michael, Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell. And this is funny. I saw this. Actually, the person that provided this prize, because you can send in, bingo is absolutely free. If you want to promote your channel or your business in this case, you can send in prizes to be given away at bingo. And I actually had seen this person try to sell this item, and I considered buying it at the auction for Marty. So here we have the congratulations, you are a winner. I think she had multiples of these, but I wasn't sure if Marty would like these or not, so I didn't buy it because, you know, you pay postage on this. And then I ended up winning it at bingo. And this is story cubes. Let your imagination go wild. Sometimes Marty, because they have autism, if I get them something that looks, like it's for kids, but teenagers and young adults and even older adults could use this story cubes. Like if you're a writer and you're having writer's block, you could use these. But anyway, this is for Marty, so I'm going to go ahead. Marty? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yay! Ooh. Oh, story time. Yeah. Marty loves dice. They're getting ready to start playing Magic. We got the original deck. They're using Commander style Magic cards, whatever that means. And I really don't know what that means. I was happy to hear, though, that they had changed Pokemon card playing. When Marty was young, if you played Pokemon cards, you actually lost your cards as you played. And you didn't get the back. The other player, sorry about the light, actually took your cards if you lost a hand. And now when you play Magic and Pokemon, you don't lose your cards. You lose the game, but you don't lose your cards. I mean, got to the point where people didn't want to play because if you had a $200 card and somebody took it from you, then, that was pretty severe economic loss. So I didn't want Marty playing when they're young because those were the rules. But now I found out that Pokemon cards are now not, you don't surrender your cards like you used to. And you don't in Magic either. And for years, I thought that was the case. So, I didn't, the learning curve and, taking winning hands, would have been very expensive under those rules. So we're just now into playing Magic. And I'm learning. I'm trying to learn. I don't remember things like I used to. I don't absorb things like I used to as far as my memory. I used to game all the time and change game settings. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder and all kinds of different Shadowrun. I just can't remember all the games that I played that were like tabletop Dungeons and Dragons style with dice. And that's why Marty loves dice. Good morning, Bob. How you doing? And Roll Call Cabin. So glad to see you both. This is the art piece, the glass art piece that I'm going to give away at Bob's live today. He's having his monthly giveaway for his members. His basic tier membership is only $1.99, I think. Is that right, Bob? Is it $1.99 or $99? But he calls them minnows. I'm at the chub level, which chub is a fish. 99 cents. So just go to click on or search for anything as possible. 99 cents worth the chance to win. He's also giving away 2 hats. And his logo is so neat. It's a fish and it's got a fork in it, pencils, because his channel is about creek chubs. Yes. His channel is about fishing. It's a fishing channel, but he takes the fish and he fillets them. He has a nice fillet table and he cooks and he shares recipes on how to cook fish. And he works at a grocery store where he works evidently has a large seafood department where he sells fish. And now he's showing recipes from some of the fish that are being sold at the fish market. But I got this fish from Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell. And people were debating whether it was a dolphin or whether it was a bluegill. But since it's art glass, it'll be whatever people think it is. And here are the two guys that I bought this fish from. Mark and Michael, two old guys, vintage and resell. And I don't know if the unboxing has aired or not, but how clever is this? This is a tape measure. Everybody that orders stuff, see this fish is, let me see. Oh, that's centimeters. That's no good for me. Let's see. It's 8 inches long total. Oh, I love doing that. I like snapping the cord on the vacuum cleaner too. I got one of those old canister vacuum cleaners from Electrolux. It's like 20 years old, and you pull out the electrical cord, and when you're done vacuuming, you unplug it, and then you just pull that a little bit, and that whole thing just strings back up in there. I just love that for some reason. But anyway, so I love doing the tape measure that way. And I did find out this tape measure does not have it. But if you get a regular like construction worker tape measure that you can use for DIY, there are little stars or diamonds on the tape measure. And I just learned recently that those little marks are usually every 19.2 inches. And when you have a house, you have studs in your walls or joists, and that's usually how far apart the studs are. So if you don't have a stud finder and you know where your studs are, I mean, you can use the knock method, but you can go to 19.2 inches and see, that'll give you a rough idea of where the next stud is. Love doing that. Anyway, it's Monday morning, and at 11-ish, I'm going to be on Bob's channel, Anything is Possible, and help and giving away this art glass, and he's giving away a couple hats. And then at 4:30, I've got some personal errands running. At 4:30, I'm going to be at Bingo on Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller. New England, Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller. And then after Bingo, I'll be at Stephanie's in the chat. And her channel name is The Grows Bargain Effect, or Emporium, not Effect. What am I saying? And there's probably like 6 auctions going on after that. If I didn't have so many errands to run today and everything else, 10:30, I would be at East Coast Resellers. Good morning, Tooch Man. Are you going to be on the East Coast Resellers tonight? Oh, you're driving. Okay, so I can't ask you questions or this morning. But Teresa from Yarn Again and Dawn Southern Finds will be on East Coast Resellers, and they usually have a guest, sometimes Tooch Man. And then Tooch Man hosts now the East Coast Resellers at night, which happens on a Thursday night. Oh, look, I just found a little ducky. I'm going to have to put that in. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good idea. Because one time when I got a package from Mark and Michael, there was a loose duck in it. And I thought my item was broken because I order a lot of glass from them. So it's like, oh, goodness. But I'm going to part with this art glass for the fishing community. And see, tomorrow, I don't remember what my unboxing is, but I know Thursday and Friday, my unboxings are a part 1 and a part 2 from Amber, who also goes by Ray Ray, Raerae, on Facebook. And she is opening her own business. I'm so proud of her. She has done online sales, and I bought from her. It's been months ago, but so much has happened with her and her husband. They got a new house. They sold an old house, and they inherited and made a lot of profit. And now they're opening their own storefront business, and her success is just amazes me. I'm just so happy for her. So that's Ray Ray or Amber. And I forget her channel name. I'll put, after this uploads in the next couple of days, I'll put a link to her channel on YouTube. But they have, I don't know if they have a website yet. I'm thinking they do have a website because she's pretty social media savvy and she probably has way more than just YouTube going on. I'll follow her on Facebook, and she does a lot of digital creation type stuff, creativity stuff. And she's just an amazing person to me. I want to be like her when I live my second life. I can't say when I grow up anymore. I got too many gray hairs to say what I want to do when I grow up anymore. But this past week was Purim, and I did 4 days of Bible readings from the book of Esther for Purim. And it was a 4-day Purim this year, which is really, really weird and only happens so often. And there was a blood red moon lunar eclipse, which rarely happens. So I never did find out how often Purim, a Friday Purim, falls on a red moon lunar eclipse. I mean, it could be hundreds of years. It could be thousands of years before that happens again. Or 1,000 years since it happened last time, because that's been celebrated for around 2,500 years now. So, but it's the story of Queen Esther who saves the Jewish people from annihilation, from an Amalite named Haman. And I guess now that Purim is over, I have no more use for my Haman noisemaker. I'm going to kind of miss him. I've been shaking Haman for a couple of weeks now. Goodbye, Haman. But Haman, interestingly enough, had the gallows built for his enemy, and instead of his enemy being hung on the gallows, he ended up being hung on the gallows because he was such a wonderful person, and that was just like instant justice. It was kind of funny that his intent was, that it came right back to him, a boomerang. The hatred he put out boomerang really quickly back to him. I mean, sometimes people get instant justice, and sometimes people get, they go a lifetime and then something comes back to them for something they've done wrong when they were younger. And it's just kind of, one of those popcorn moments. And speaking of popcorn moments, Barbara, who goes by Lakira55 on YouTube, who has been surrounded by drama her YouTube career, is going to be on Becky's Vintage and More on the 20th, which is Thursday. I believe that auction is 6 o'clock. This is insider information now, because the thumbnail for Becky's Vintage and More, and I'll post it on my community tab, says mystery guest. Well, I know who the mystery guest is. It's Bob, and not Bob, but Barbara, who is Lakira, who has, I don't know, hundreds of videos making fun of her and mocking her, and just horrendous kind of videos that the trolls have made. Their gossip troll channels have really attacked her. And it's just been eye-opening. Like, I do not want to come under the radar of these people. they're heartless. But so she is breaking out. I had gone to auctions where she had auctions 4 years ago, and then when she started having such troll problems, she went to selling her stuff through selling platforms and not YouTube. So I think this is her comeback to YouTube as far as selling. So I hope Becky has some good moderators for that auction. I hope some good people show up. Becky and is going to be selling, and also Randy from Moonstone Vintage is going to be selling. And I hope they have a good auction. Good morning, Stats. I was just talking about the mystery guest on Becky's Vintage and More channel on Thursday at 6 is going to be Barbara Lakira. She's going to be selling on YouTube again, and it's like her comeback. So I'm kind of sharing that out because I went to an auction last night where I was told, and Becky said, yes, seriously. She said, I wanted to let you know that, Myra, so you could spread the word. So I'm spreading the word. Barbara is going to be selling on Thursday at Becky's Vintage and More. It's going to be on my community tab on Thursday. And I'm interested to see. I mean, I was just saying that I told Becky during the auction, I hope she didn't mind me saying this, but I'm like, I hope you have some serious mods. You're going to need some serious mods or something like that because, well, you're aware of all the negativity that surrounded her. I won't say whether it's justified or not. That's not my place. But I have been going to, let me see, whose auction is it? Angela Isaac and Unimagic Stephanie have been having her, they've been selling to her. She's been in the chat and she says hello to me and I say hello to her. And that's pretty much all that's said. It's kind of weird when I've bid it against her. And I'm interested to see what she has that, I won, she won in the bid because I was kind of afraid to try to outbid her. I just wanted to kind of back off, but on a lot of it to see if she's selling it for the same price, that the bid was run up to, or if she is going to sell it cheaper because she has to have a ton of stuff now. I mean, I think she had a ton of stuff before she even started going to, some of the reseller online auctions. Yes, I know. And she's really a true friend to her to do that because, it is a lot to deal with. And one night that I was at Angela Isaac or Stephanie Unimagic's channel, and she was just there buying, some trolls came in and were disruptive. But they handled it quickly. And everything's been done really fairly, with all of it. It's just kind of weird. Like, you said seriously. And when I first saw her come into a resale channel, I was like, oh, seriously. But then, I'm slowly getting used to it. It was not good for my heart rate at first, to be honest. It did bother me a little, but, I didn't want to do any harm to any of the resellers that she is buying from or that she is going to sell with. And I would never, ever cause any harm to anyone. That's one of my edicts in life, do no harm. But, some nights I just feel like sitting back and getting popcorn. Just like, it's just like one of those things you're waiting for that other shoe to fall. And because so many things have happened. But, hopefully nothing will happen. Everything will be okay. And everybody will have a good time and, get some things that they want like we're supposed to at auctions. So that's my inside information today. The mystery guest on Becky's Vintage and More is going to be Barb. So we will wait and see. And if anything else, Becky will get, a lot of watch hours. I don't know how she's doing that. Some of the auction channels that resellers have, they're not really into you watch my video, I'll watch yours. They're not into building numbers or trying to gain watch hours. But if Becky's looking for watch hours, she'll probably get them, with this auction. So, good for her, Yes, and then the other person is Randy from Moon Valley Crafts, I think is her name. I got several of her business cards I bought from her. She sells lots of wonderful stuff. I bought something, excuse me, I can't reach it, but her mother had a lot of beautiful stuff that she inherited, kind of like Mia from Crazy May Stash and inherited all of her mom's stuff, and now she's inherited her uncle's stuff. And so I bought this lovely like bridge set cigarette holder. Very lovely flowers on it, little blue flowers, and little tiny cigarette stand that you would put cigarettes in, and people would, they were playing bridge, and two little delicate ashtrays that go with it, and they would just smoke this little dainty cigarette while playing bridge, and have martinis or whatever ladies did when they were playing bridge together, and gossip about everything. So kind of the unofficial PTA meeting, if you will. So I've got a lot of unboxings to do this week, and my one today is for Mark and Michael, and I give a shout out to the Freeman women. When I bought this item that I unboxed today, this lady named Freeman, my last name's Freeman, for those of you that don't know, it's on my About page with my post office box. I don't mind people having my address. In fact, here it is if you want to send me friend mail. I got this letter from today, and I opened this envelope beginning of this live where I got all these green things from a craft exchange from Cindy, Loves Jewelry and Paper Crafts. But anyway, this woman whose name was Freeman at Mark and Michael's auction was just like, my mother says that's Avon. Now, Avon has sold some lovely stuff. Matter of fact, Tooch Man brought the one of the pictures for the George and Martha Washington sets and the cobalt blue from Libby Glass. But this item was actually Fenton. And I haven't found it in the Fenton book yet, but I haven't looked. So I wanted to look it up to make sure. But I'm fairly certain, and I bought Fenton for seriously for a solid 5 years now. And I used to go to Rosie's auctions. And for those of you that don't know Rosie, you must not know much about Fenton, because Rosie goes to the conventions every year. She takes a group of people. She rents a house. She gives everybody wears roses on their lapel, some kind of brooch or necklace or something with a rose on it, and they get discounts from the businesses during the convention. Not just the people at the convention give her people discounts, but the local ice creamery and hamburger place, that's kind of like the DQ, only it's local. So she does all the Fenton conventions every year, and she's been selling Fenton for, I don't know, a couple of decades. When I met her, she was on Facebook only and selling out of her basement. And for years, I did not reveal my association with Rosie because she was like my Fenton honey hole. And but a couple other people in the community have discovered Rosie, and somebody told me that they were going to bring her to their show, and I've been looking forward to seeing her with some of my other reseller friends, because she has her own little clique of people. She has her own people on her YouTube channel, and she doesn't I haven't even seen her with some of the, kletchy type community people that run around with, Katie, who's from here in Jacksonville, from Vintage and Vinyl. Katie has collections of everything. And, I'm just astounded with Katie. And I'll watch a lot of her videos to try to find out where her honey holes are. When I moved, I went to her record store. And this huge warehouse on the south side of albums and CDs and T-shirts and, cassettes and everything music. And I went in there, and it's just it's like the size of a Sam's Club, only it's just almost all vinyl. So I took my CDs and I took some of my CDs to Goodwill, but I took a lot of my music down there and sold it to them. I mean, they bought it for dirt cheap, I'll be honest. I didn't get much out of it. But, I'm the kind of person that I don't want stuff to go in the landfill. And I couldn't move with everything that I had. So I went to a place that I knew that it was going to be resourced to the max, and somebody that wanted my music would probably get it, and it wouldn't end up in a dumpster. I didn't want everything that I owned put into a dumpster. I had seen the community I was in, I guess it's called gentrified, where, the rent went up really quickly all of a sudden. It was about 5 years ago, and there have been more than several hurricanes downstate, and people were moving away from South Florida somewhat. And well, it was after the pandemic. So people were moving here from New York and New Jersey. And then the people that were leaving California that moved to Texas, some of the people that left California came directly to Florida. And then there was another migration that went to Texas first, and they found out that they didn't really like Texas all that much. So then they moved on to Florida. So we had a large influx of people. And this past year, we had another large influx of people from people that lost their homes downstate. I know several people that had relatives move in with them from downstate, and now they're buying real estate here. So our real estate prices have really skyrocketed over the last few years from different migrations. So we have all that going on here. But, that's the market for you. But, I would rather that my property value remain low than go up. I'm not looking to ever move. I want to stay here, and I want Marty to stay here as long as we live. I'm very happy with this house. My parents bought it the year Marty was born, and it was intended for Marty to live in. And that's what we're doing. And but anyway, so we got a lot going on here, and I hope you all will see me in the chat or go over to Any Fin Is Possible. And about 11 o'clock, I'll be giving away this beautiful bass fish. And all you have to do is join as a member for 99 cents to be entered into the contest. I don't know. Sometimes he gives away things that he's got different member levels. I'm in the Chubbs. Chub Creek fish is his favorite fish. So he's got a level named Chubbs, which is just one above the minnows. But you can be a minnow for 99 cents. But I'm not sure if this one is going to be given away, but he's going to be given away from hats with his wonderful logo on it. And that's going to be around 11 o'clock. He might start his live a little bit before that. So I'm looking forward to that. I've been thinking about giving away this fish ever since I bought it. And I unboxed it, and Marty was like, well, Marty didn't agree that it was a dolphin. So, because the tail fins are wrong. And somebody said it was bluegill. And Bob said it's whatever you want it to be because it's art. And it is. It's a beautiful art piece. So I'll be giving that away at around 11 o'clock today on Any Fin Is Possible. But you have to be a member to be there. So anyway, I'll see y'all some later in the auctions or at bingo or at not Barb's, Becky's Vintage and More on Thursday. Hope to see you all there. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.